Hello, Mark Crossfield here, TaylorMade time. TaylorMade Jetspeed hitting up against my TaylorMade SLDR. Let's give the two TaylorMade beasts a bit of a match-up. We know you guys love a good match-up. Which one's better, which one's worse, if you can say such a thing for modern day clubs when they're all built to pretty much the same tolerances. The trick here is watch these videos and get a feel for which ones and opinions we have, but go out and make your own. Go out and test them. We're going to test these two. We've got GC2, we've got some Titleist Pro V1X balls on the floor. We're going to collect some real data as well and present it to you. Jetspeed or SLDR loft up? Let's get stuck in. Right guys, SLDR TaylorMade, the driver I game, hitting up against Jetspeed, TaylorMade as well. You get speed pocket at the front of Jetspeed, you get changeable necks for the lie and the change the face around a little bit. Nice big footprinted kind of driver, it's stretched back a little bit at the top. Greyish top lines with a few funky TaylorMade graphics and a silver face. Good looking driver. SLDR. Grey top, silver face, little grey bit at the back in the graphics. A little bit more of a kind of plumper, rounder shape, where Jetspeed is kind of being squished down a little bit more to give it that kind of bigger footprint. So even though both of these are 460cc's, they've been squished and pulled to give very different feelings. So I would say Jetspeed feels bigger down by the ball, even though it's the same cc. I've got slightly higher loft in my SLDR with this sliding rail at the bottom. Also got changeable neck on it as well. Because of where the CG in this one, the big loft up campaign, you can't loft up with every driver. You need the CG to be in the right place for the loft up to work. So I'm 10.5 SLDR down to 9.5 in the TaylorMade Jetspeed. Okay, so we're gonna give them a hit. Let's start. I know what SLDR feels like because I play it, but I'll talk you through what I feel when I hit it. Let's start with Jetspeed. Big thing with Jetspeed that worries me is its length. It's a long club, it's longer than SLDR. Most amateurs I teach don't hit the ball out the middle of the face enough. Hence they use the word inconsistent. They often think it's their club path and face to path that changes from shot to shot. Often it doesn't change that much, and it's the strike that's changing is the most variable, giving them the variable shot. So as soon as you start making this shaft so long, it worries me for people hitting the middle of the face, certainly amateur golfers. So you might want to think about getting this one cut down if you're custom fitting this one and you don't hit the middle of the face that much. Excuse me, looks good down by the ball. Definitely a bigger appearance down by the ball. Let's give it a hit. It makes a big old Jetspeed whack off the face. That's a nice flight on that, a fraction higher looking. To me, I think this one is going to be fraction higher spinning, has been in other tests compared to SLDR, which is why SLDR is in my bag. Let's give this one a hit. Oh, hate when the ball falls off the tee because I have to bend down again. Let's do that, okay. Jetspeed time. Now you got speed slot in the bottom of this one. If that actually does anything, TaylorMade will tell us it does. I'm not sure it does how much it does, but I'm sure it helps to a certain degree. Yeah, nice flight. It looks a little higher, but I'll take that flight all day long. I can handle the length of this club. I've actually thought about going to a longer driver because I hit my driver pretty well. It's one of my stronger clubs. I don't mind the length of this. I just put it in some people's hands, amateur golfers, and I just think, yeah, that's not happening, is it? They're not going to hit that. Certainly, I'm 5'11". If they're shorter, it's like, well, it just looks like a fishing rod in their hand. Let's give it one more hit. Again, hit that lovely. Does fly up a little bit, but hit that really well. I seem to see a lot of pictures on the LPGA Tour Jetspeed getting out there again, maybe looking for extra distance through the longer shaft. Let's try that up against SLDR. So this is the driver I game. The reason I game this, and I'll show you the numbers at the end, is because of the low spin numbers. I like the shape, nice little round plump shape. I like looking at a bit of loft. I didn't at the start, I've now got used to it. I feel like I can keep it down. I feel like I can add loft. I feel like I can draw it and fade it. I just feel with that little bit more loft that I can move it around a bit more. And now this feels like a 3-wood compared to that Jetspeed in my hands because of the length. Let's give this a hit. Slightly louder sound, but it's a more forward flight for me in SLDR. We're going to show you the numbers. This club, I think, has changed golf a little bit. I think it's certainly got a lot of manufacturers thinking, and it'll be interesting to see what they release post SLDR madness. Lots of people, certainly people I'm playing with, are changing to it. You'll see it on the videos because they just can't believe where I used to always be behind them, how I can sneak past them sometimes because of the different spin model that this club does present. Again, hit that well. Lots of people who use, good players who I talk to, play with, they look at this club, put it down by the ball, and they do worry about the amount of loft, like I did when I first saw it. It looked like a lot of loft, but you get used to it, and I actually quite enjoy how I feel I can move this club around with the different lofts. You've obviously got changeable neck, sliding bar. I've got other views on both of these clubs if you want to see more in-depth individuals. Let's compare these numbers. Right guys, Jetspeed numbers, 267 carry, that's a good carry. 15-degree launch with a 2,300 spin. Nice low spinning club. Peak height at 41 yards. If we compare that to SLDR, peak height 37, so it's lower than the, so I've lofted up more with that one, but it's a lower flight. I got 16-degree launch, a higher launch, lofted up, and the spin down at 1.8. Gives me an average carry of 269, so it's 2 yards further. But look at my top one, 273 compared to the top one of the Jetspeed out there at 268. They're the ones that make me keep this club in the bag. I love the low spin, not peaking out any particular higher. I like the higher launch because it makes me feel like I can change that with loft and delivery and those kind of things and maneuver the ball around a bit. But what happens when I play with people, I get that 273 carry, that gets out there near 300 yards if there's any roll, and I'm 10 yards past people I would be 15 yards behind. Not on every shot, because then I go and hit a 265 carry and I'm back to being just behind them or level with them. And they can't believe it, because off the face it doesn't look any particularly different. It looks a little higher, but it actually isn't when you measure it. That's where, for me, SLDR goes in my bag all day long over Jetspeed. What worries me with Jetspeed is the length. But what I like about Jetspeed is the footprint. I think that inspires more confidence, and I think the MOI on that is going to be higher than SLDR. That's the other thing you got to remember with that weight, that CG low and forwards. Great if you're hitting the ball out in the middle. I get a few people I test with SLDR who don't hit the ball out in the middle of the club that often. Still play golf to an okay standard, but it just produces some pretty funny, funky numbers because it's not as stable as other ones from where that CG is. Got to remember with all these clubs, guys, there's always a trade-off. If you move something, it might improve one element of your game, but it might take away from another. Now, I can hit the middle of the club quite frequently with my driver. I like my driver, I hit fairways, so I don't mind sacrificing that little bit of accuracy because I feel like I deliver that to get that little bit more distance. So some people, Jetspeed might offer that little bit more accuracy. Let me know. Post comments. Have you tried them both? Which ones you like or hate? You love the length of Jetspeed, hate it. You hate looking at loft on SLDR. I'd love to hear, but for me, SLDR is a driver, and drivers haven't done this for years. I've done reviews for a while. There's lots of people out there doing reviews now. I've done this for a long time. I haven't seen a club change things ever since I started. SLDR definitely is one that changes it, but can it change it for you? Go and test it. Let me know, guys. Post comments down below. Love to hear what you got to say, and we'll speak to you all soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also, thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching. Hello, Mark Crossfield here, TaylorMade time. TaylorMade Jetspeed hitting up against my TaylorMade SLDR. Let's give the two TaylorMade beasts a bit of a matchup. We know you guys love a good matchup. Which one's better, which one's worse, if you can say such a thing for modern day clubs when they're all built to pretty much the same tolerances. The trick here is watch these videos and get a feel for which ones and opinions we have, but go out and make your own. Go out and test them. We're going to test these two. We've got GC2, we've got some Titleist Pro V1X balls on the floor. We're going to collect some real data as well and present it to you. Jetspeed or SLDR loft up? Let's get stuck in. Right guys, SLDR TaylorMade, the driver I game, hitting up against Jetspeed, TaylorMade as well. You get speed pocket at the front of Jetspeed, you get changeable necks for the lie and the change the face around a little bit. Nice big footprint